Hey everybody, welcome back to Overland, Florida. Kevin here. We are in beautiful Hog Island Campground located in Croom, Florida. We are camping with Steven today. Here's his beautiful Dodge truck. It's actually 1500 diesel, and I'll let him give you guys a little tour about this later, maybe tomorrow morning. Anyway, we're camped right across from him in campsite 7. Here we have Ron's Tacoma, his trailer. We have Ron cooking, and we have Steven right here. And of course my Tacoma.
Tonight we're going to be cooking some wings, some fried okra. Then we also have some French fries. Then over here in the pressure cooker that Kevin received, we're trying it out for the first time, and we're going to be cooking some boiled peanuts.
We're out here truck camping, so we have a lot of stuff with this. I'm going to give you a little camp tour. We have our Dutch ovens we're going to be using. This is Steven's grill. It's a marine grill, stainless steel, really nice. Got some sausages. We got Ron's Trusty Rusty. We're going to use that to deep fry the wings and the French fries. Got this tiny little cooler, but this thing, I was planning on just using it for like dry goods, but it actually fits all the breakfast meals, a couple bottles of water, and one entire 10-pound bag of ice. So it's actually a pretty nice little cooler. It's got dual bottle openers right there. And we got my grill, which we are going to be using to heat up the boiled peanuts on this pressure cooker. Sorry ahead of time if this video does not make sense, but Ron and I have been awake for 26 hours now. We worked 36 hours this weekend, got off work at 7 o'clock this morning, went home, threw a bunch of stuff in our trucks, stopped by the store, and we drove straight to Hog Island. So we're here. We're pretty much going to stay here for the rest of the night. Probably go to bed around 3 a.m. and then tomorrow I'm gonna drive through Croom Wildlife Management Area. So what do you batter the okra in?
The okra is going to be battered in, I think I threw it away, but it's a mix of Bisquick, fish seasoning, and vegetable fry batter.
Okay.
With some sriracha seasoning.
Nice and thin French fries. So I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of my new truck setup. I got rid of my rear bumper. I got rid of the rack and all the stuff on it. So now I have a truck cap, a drawer system, refrigerator, and thanks to Steven, I have a pad for my sleeping bag, so I'm gonna sleep in here sideways. And again, thanks. Steven's hooking us up with some Horse Soldier. Pretty good whiskey. And basically on the right side, this drawer is on rollers and it comes out 5 feet, and I fit my entire gas stove in here, chopping block. We have a lot of the stuff out right now, as you can see. Just some kitchen stuff, some steak sauce, some food, paracord, pop-up bowls for the dogs to drink water out of when we're hiking and stuff, some utensils, a little wood chopping block, some metal utensils, seasonings, some knives, just the generic stuff you need when you're camping, soap and bowls and plates, tin foil. On this side over here is where we keep kind of like the recovery gear, the cast iron, some LED lights. I keep my camp chair in here now. Got my entire sleep system for my hammock. Let's see. I got an air compressor back here. I got snatch strap. I got a winch remote, some clevis, lots of cast iron, some new, some old. Got some scrapers. Got my little lodge right here and another little one in there. So we're pretty much set on the lodge now.
Here's your chicken wings. They're about ready to drop into the fry batter. I sprinkled some of the barbecue sauce seasoning that was left over that I added to the boiled peanuts. Let's go ahead and drop these in, get them cooking.
So over here I still have my old ARB refrigerator. It's trusty, it still works. I got it on a slide. Comes all the way out so I can still open up the top. And just make this tour a little quick because we're cooking and everything. But I have full power back here now, as you can see. I have a 12-volt socket, I have USB ports, I have a voltmeter, and of course the factory plug for the refrigerator. The boiled peanuts are starting to boil in the pressure cooker, so that'll be a nice midnight snack or so. Boiled peanuts, peppers, onions, some nice sausages, wings, and over on the tailgate we have the okra. So we have the sausage, the onions, and the peppers. Delicious, by the way. We got the first 2 batches of wings. Really good. And the okra is still waiting in line, as well as the french fries. Actually, is that the french fries right there?
Yes.
Alright, we got the french fries in right now. You have to excuse our neighbors. They decided to run a generator for hours on end. That time of the night where it's starting to get dark. So it is officially time to break out the 15-foot rope light. So with this rope light, you get a reel with about 15 feet, you get some connectors, and you also get a battery bank. This battery bank, we've charged it fully. We've used this maybe 5 times already, and you get roughly 8 to 9 hours of lighting, and it is very bright. It is well worth it. You can also use this as a battery bank for USB, charge your phone devices, whatnot. All you're gonna do is flip this little switch right here, hit this right there with your thumb, and it'll turn on, but you have to plug it in via the cord. So here's the rope light on. We usually put it on top of the trailer just for the height, and it lights up all of the trees. You can see the owls at nighttime, the bats flying around. It's really cool. Of course, it lights up the whole camping area. Like I said, it's kind of hard to depict on the GoPro, but the light goes out at least 30 feet where you're not going to need a flashlight, a headlamp, or anything. It's really nice, comes in really handy, and it lasts an entire night of camping. We can turn this on around 8 o'clock at night and it'll go till about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
I'm having another one.
We have the boiled peanuts back in the fire, and probably I'd say another hour maybe. The reason why it's taking so long is we did not let the peanuts soak in water before we started cooking it. We just dumped it in there with the water and the barbecue sauce, and we just put it right on the heat. Alright, so if any of you guys are looking for gift ideas, Ron is about to open up a awesome gift that's under $30 if you time it just right.
So inside this box, it is cargo aircraft only, flammable explosive, and a bunch of other warnings right here. So I mean, this looks a little bit more scary than the pressure cooker that we have over there. So we open it up and we've got these AirPods. This is like a sleeping pad.
Yeah, actually.
We move these out of the way.
Might have to use those for later.
And inside we have this slim bar folding rechargeable LED light with 390 lumens. And what it looks like is this. This is the exact same thing. It's got a pretty strong metal outside. It's rechargeable. This bends. It's got a pretty wide view of light. And it's got different settings, and it also has a little pointer light on the end for pointing lights.
So basically this is rechargeable and it's magnetic on the base, so I can stick it right there and it lights up the inside of my truck camper. Or if you have the awning out on a Jeep, a truck, a trailer, anything, this will stick right to the side of the truck and you can angle it down so it's not in your eyes, and you have a nice light at nighttime. But it has 3 settings. It has really bright, it has tolerable, then it has a little flashlight pointer on the end. It is rechargeable and it lasts on the low setting, approximately 11 hours. So you can set these around your campsite, in your shop, on your truck, and just let it go till the morning time when you wake up. And then it's pretty easy to recharge. It takes the typical Android cell phone charger cable most people have, and it takes a little under an hour to charge. So I usually plug these in on the way to the campsite along with my headlamps and my GoPro, and by the time I get there, everything's charged for the night. I don't have to worry about charging anything. Again, this is a Braun, and this actually came from Harbor Freight. You can go online and order it, or you can go to your local Harbor Freight and buy it. And don't forget the 20% off coupon. Very good quality. If you saw this in a store, you would not think it came from Harbor Freight. So the boiled peanuts came out excellent. They're nice and soft on the inside. We pretty much had, what, like a 5 or 6 course meal. We had all kinds of stuff to eat tonight. We're gonna have a lot of leftovers for lunch tomorrow. This campground's nice. I try to come on weekdays. It's pretty quiet, but it is a holiday weekend. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve. So there's a lot of people here. They're being pretty loud. A lot of kids driving around and honking their horns and stuff. But for the most part, Hog Island is very quiet, and a lot of wildlife here usually. So we're enjoying the last bit of the fire, and we pretty much got everything put away as far as food goes. Everything else we're leaving out because we're going to cook a mountain man breakfast and some leftovers in the morning. The lights on Ron's trailer are still going strong. I just checked the battery pack. It's about 50%. So it's still going to go another probably 4 hours or so. And it's almost time to crawl in my truck camper for the first time and sleep in it. So that's pretty much it. Laying sideways in this truck, as you can see, I can stretch out fully. The refrigerator, I turn off at nighttime, so it's not running. It doesn't wake me up or anything. Shouldn't be a problem, especially if it's really cold. If it's down to like 27 degrees on the refrigerator, turning it off for a few hours while I sleep and then turning it back on, it's not really going to affect it at all. It's really well insulated, and it's actually a really good refrigerator. At this point, Ron and I have been awake for like 34 hours, so it's definitely time to get some shut-eye. But in the morning, it's supposed to be about 50 degrees, maybe 48 when we wake up, and I'm going to make a mountain man breakfast, and Ron's going to try making donuts for the first time, so that'll be interesting. It's about 8:30 in the morning, slept really well in here. It got down to about 52 degrees, and now it's time to get out, start a fire, and make some breakfast. Ron's cooking the mountain man breakfast. We decided to do the donuts next weekend when we're camping in Daytona. I'm starting to put some stuff away, but whenever I woke up around 8:20, 8:30, these lights were still going on Ron's trailer, so that's pretty impressive. I thought I was going to shut off at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Time to scramble the eggs, and we're almost done. It's about 11 o'clock the next morning. Thanks, Ron, for cooking. Thanks, Steve, for coming out. The weather was absolutely amazing. It got down to like 53 degrees last night. Slept really good in the back of the truck. I was able to stretch out in there. I was really comfortable. I had the screen windows open, let the cool air in, and then about 1 o'clock in the morning, I closed all the windows, and it wasn't freezing by any means. My $15 Walmart sleeping bag did great. I think it's rated for 30 degrees, so I was nice and cozy in there. That's the Withlacoochee River. I'm at Iron Bridge Park, and I'm going to answer some truck questions right now. I ended up selling the rack, the solar panel, the battery, everything that was on the rack pretty much, and I found a brand new topper. It's an ARE Overland series, and you're probably wondering what all this mess is right here. The ARE Overland series comes with bed liner, and this portion right here, I ended up scraping and peeling off all the bed liner because I'm going to get this painted to match the truck. Thank you, Deputy Pittenger. He's gonna paint that for me. So hopefully within the next 2 weeks, I'll have that done. And then of course, the bumper I've been waiting for should be here in about a week. So I can finally cut the bed off right here, all this portion down here. And of course, the same thing on the other side. This is all gonna get cut off. Then the bumper's gonna wrap around. I'll have a spare tire carrier, a holder for a jerry can of fuel, a jerry can of water, shovel, axe, probably my high lift jack. Pretty much a lot of the stuff that was on the rack I'm going to be putting on this rear bumper, because obviously I don't have any room anywhere else for it. But this is really nice. It's got carpet on the inside. Of course, all my camping junk is in here right now. But I gotta find something to do with the propane. I'm probably gonna end up buying a smaller propane tank and mounting that on the bumper somehow. This is our new pressure cooker. It actually works really well. Gotta go home and clean it. Tiny little cooler. I'm pretty much just gonna use this for dry goods, potatoes, onions, stuff like that. I'm not really gonna put any ice in there. Finally got my refrigerator out of the elements and it still works. It's off right now, but I'm just glad that it's not gonna be in the rain and everything. So I'll give you guys a more detailed walk around, but I have nice screen windows in this camper. That's pretty much what I wanted. I wanted screen windows and I wanted carpet in the inside. I didn't care what make, what model. I just happened to stumble across this and it was 60% off of a brand new price. So that's why I bought it, being the wrong color. So I can just paint it for a couple $100 and I'll have a really nice topper. If you do stay here at Hog Island, bring a fishing pole. The campground itself is located right on the Withlacoochee River. It's got a nice kayak launch and everything, picnic tables out there by the river. There's also horseback riding, mountain bike trails, hiking. There's some nice dusty sandy roads that go through the Withlacoochee Crew and Wildlife Management area, so you can drive, test out your 4x4. Like always, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate all the support, and I'm so close to 10,000 subscribers. I can feel it. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click that little bell next to it if you want some notifications. I try my best to have a video come out every Sunday, but we all work full time and have some crazy schedules, so it doesn't always work out. But we've been better this year than we have in the past.